So today is November 17th. I woke up to my 50th year of life on planet Earth. For this milestone birthday, I did what I usually do. I take a hike. I wanted to thank people who contributed to me showing up for this day. And I wanted to dance to some of the first songs that I heard my mom play, which goes back to the 1950s. That music. And I'm like, wow, that's like almost 70 years of enjoying music. And to think that I knew those songs, Rocky Robin, Sherry Sherry Coco, Mahalia Jackson. I'm like, because you never think you're going to get to be 50. You're just like, it's going to come. And then it just came. But yeah, those are only two things I wanted to do. I just wanted to really chill. Maybe because I'm feeling 50, I don't know. I'm trying to make it quick. So, the reason why I want to thank people is because I've had some actually really debilitating health challenges in my life, physical, mental, and there are just really times when I'm like, I may not see old age or 50, and that was just really real. But there just always been people who've been put in my life, and I just want to say thank you for helping me. So I'm gonna start with front and center stage is my mom. Now she was a really really young mom. She had some challenges, but my mom taught me how to read. And years later, I'm like, whoa, she nailed it. You know, I had to go back and get extra hugs, extra love, extra. Her family lived in a small house, and our second home was the library. That's where she could go get some peace and quiet. And since I was bothering, she says, she taught me how to read. Now you read the book, and I'm gonna do my study. She was still in school. This is in high school, so she taught me to read really, really young. And I just thank her because she opened up or freed up in me this scholar, this academician, this explorer, this person who has a drive to learn, and just a tenacity to push, fight, and learn, you know, to do. So I thank my mom. I thank my dad because he supported my mom and stayed with her during her toughest times and took care of us. So anyway, I'm young, and there was this lady across the street from us, and her name was Baby.
Yeah.
Baby. Their community had a baby. And Baby was like 18 or 19, and she would talk to me, and she would just, you know, treat me like I was her little girl, and she just loved on me, you know, and I just really appreciate that. I remember that. I remember also too, before I started preschool, there was this lady named Miss Bush and her assistant Miss B, and they started our first community Head Start, which never heard of anything like that. She got this little house that was potbelly stove and wood stove and everything. We had buttermilk every day, and and that was our Head Start. I was so excited. I love to see them every day. I think they saw a lot of potential in me, and they just really encouraged me. He's like, little Crystal, you can count to 20. Go, you can do it. You're doing it, girl. And I just remember them getting me excited about learning. They just really loved on those little, you know, we was in the hood and we had a little school to go to. It was awesome. So I just really appreciate that. Later on in school, I remember my fourth grade teacher, Mrs. Barnes, impacted my life. She was the first person who had me to stand up, and she's like, you're really smart, Crystal. You're going to go to college, right? And I said, She said, well, what do you want to do when you grow up? Stand up and tell the class. I said, I want to have a bunch of children, like 10, and I want them to run my businesses, and I want to get married. And she's like, well, running businesses is a great idea, and you can go to school to do that. And she encouraged me to do it. And I have a business degree and an MBA. I'm like, I thought that was awesome. So the next teacher who encouraged me was Mrs. Richardson from 7th grade, and I told her again I really wasn't interested in going to college. No one in my family going to college wasn't encouraged. And so she said, every time she saw me in the house, Crystal Davis, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Okay, all right. Crystal, a mind is a terrible thing to do. Have I told you today? I said, you should do that. No, go ahead, go to class. So, and it just stuck with me, I thought. So anyway, I'm going into high school, and I meet my first love. I am about 18, sent me 18, and his name was Sam, and he really impacted my life. And I said, okay, I don't know really what to do, and he just helped me, set me up to go talk to your counselor, and my counselor, I only had like half the school year to try to get into college. I really needed to get in college because I was kind of homeless at the time. And Mrs. Shavers was the counselor at Jesselyn High School, and she contacted her good old buddy from Berea College, a very unique college in Kentucky. And the guy was Mr. Thomas. He was the recruiter. They worked tirelessly to make sure I got my exams and got full scholarship plus. After college, I realized it wasn't that easy to get a job or brought into my life. I remember a dentist who just shared a lot of wisdom to me and a lot of guidance because he owned his own business, and I learned a lot from him, worked with him. It was Dr. Swanson. And after Dr. Swanson, I would probably definitely accepted me for me. I'm thinking about Binky, just a good friend in need. And after Binky, moving to Atlanta, just sisters, women who were sisters to me. I'm thinking about Carmela, who's just like a spiritual sister to me, Janah, Ellie Tall, who introduced me to, or on the path to finding out who I am, and a healthier lifestyle, which got me on the road to really doing some aggressive things to deal with my health challenges and issues. And there's just, Atlanta changed a lot of things because that's when I started to go on my spiritual journey. I met a guy as soon as I got to Atlanta on transit. His name was Kevin, and he led me to Christ. So I want to thank those people. Other people that I met in Atlanta and who was just really impactful, just changed things before I left, were Dr. Emma Cole, aka Dr. Richardson, and also I would say Carl, the jeweler, and Tammy Allen. She gave me my voice. So just Atlanta was a great place. I met some great people. Also, I must thank another love in my life, Rock, aka Ben Noble, and he gave me a beautiful daughter. So a lot of the relationships have taken their course, have come to a close, and some people have even passed on. But I want to thank these people and focused on the positive impact they had in my life. So I left Atlanta looking for work and still dealing with some challenges that I was looking to get resolved. I met a lady named Elodia in Chattanooga, Tennessee. She was very helpful, but definitely I really literally got put on the map when I met Jim. Jim took him from Escondido to Chattanooga. We met, we dated, we married. There was a serious shift. There was hope for dealing with challenges, hope for really growth, hope for work opportunities, growth opportunities, education opportunities. We came to California and I took off. I'm like, wow. But not only that, I needed that kind of a friend. People that helped me, but to have a friend who could plug into my unique challenges the way he did was wow. It was mind blowing. Again, people grow, develop, so the relationship eventually was restructured over time. But this man continues to be my best friend. Came to California, met some great people along the way. Again, I think I knew I was heading toward the finish line when I walked into LA Fitness and met a young lady who had my name. And I said, what's your name? We started talking. She said, Crystal. And I said, I can believe that. Crystal. Very fitting. She came into my life and she just helped me put a lot of things together. Habits, discipline, focus. She's very sharp. And I started doing a lot of things, reading a lot of books and things that she gave me. And eventually, it really, really helped. It brought me to almost to that finish line then. Because the last 2 years were just really challenging. And these were people who I met online. I've never seen them. They were from the countries of Nigeria. The first one was Adamson, and he just was such a friendly, giving young man, and just made me feel like young again. And I was working on my master's, and I had a project, and he helped me develop my project, and also allowed me to interview him. The project went over very well with my professor. She gave me 100% mark. So he's definitely memorable. And then the other Nigerian, his name is Collins, and he was just a powerful man of prayer, and he prayed and fasted for me, and his prayers availed, and it just really took me to where I am now, my highest level of health, and I would actually say freedom. I have already got a glimpse into chapter 2 of my life, and I am so excited. And that leads to the final people I really want to thank. I do want to thank my brother, my sister for that may be their big sister, but most of all, I definitely want to thank my daughter. She came here, and we've just shared some really fun times, and she plans on moving back to California. And I don't know, you all have children, those who don't have children, but my daughter, and you have a child, and I've done some single parenting, your child seems to bring out strengths, characteristics, endurance, power, stay on it, hang in there, stuff out of you that you probably would have never found. But your love for your child, and that child just seems to make you wanna do it, wanna hang in there, and not wanna give up, if nothing else. And now she's a beautiful young lady, and just spending this weekend, I'm just like really proud of her, and just want to thank her for bringing that out, and definitely helping me like be here today. And just looking forward to her going into her adulthood. And that's all I wanted to say. I wanted to thank everybody, and a little bit on a burning fire, and I'm gonna dance from songs from 1950s to 20.
Nice job.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy